Welcome, dear all participants and all the dignitaries. And thanks for giving me an opportunity to present the topic energy performance improvement in houseboat tourism through clean energy route interfaced with energy efficient power conversion techniques and energy storage. So this was a project jointly Energy Management Center and CDAC have directly executed with respect to the promotion of sustainable tourism in the state. So this will be our presentation outline. We will be looking after the basic methodology, how we implemented the project, and basically the energy performance evaluation, how the energy performance of the existing houseboats in the Kerala state that has improved, and how the power quality improvement has been done. So and also we will be seeing the post implementation results, how the quality and energy efficiency and improved, how the savings are being made, and we'll be concluding the topic. So coming to the introduction part. So in Kerala, it is blessed with a sustainable tourism initiative. So in Kerala, we have been operating a large number of houseboats, more than 2,500 numbers. So these houseboats are equipped with modern amenities and luxury, and the dependence of fossil fuels is very high, which has affected the biodiversity and water pollution nowadays. So which contributes to more carbon footprints. So we have thought about a project which is a combined technology which related to energy efficiency and renewable energy go hand in hand, so that we will be offsetting the CO2 footprints. So LVDC, the low voltage direct current, it plays a very vital role in this project, which is considered as an energy efficient power transfer technique. So the improvement of power quality and reliability of the system also we will be discussing. This is the project methodology. We have identified the problem. We have done a lot of literature survey on the project, and we have done a baseline energy audit and a power quality study, and arrived the hotel load summary and its performance. And we have designed an LVDC based solar energy efficient power conversion system, and the prototype was tested. Then the system was deployed to the houseboat in the Alapi backwaters, and field testing and trials were made. So post implementation, we have evaluated the energy performance and the power quality and validated the results. Now this was the houseboat we selected in Alappuzha Punnamada Jetty, and it is a 2 BHK houseboat basically with a built-up area of 650 square meter. The snapshot of the boat you can see here. And this is the basic components of hotel load. We have done the audit survey, energy audit survey, and we have arrived the different load breakup, connected load breakup, which supplies to the hotel load. In this project, we have not considered the electric propulsion of the system. We have considered only the hotel loads in the system. We improved that using energy efficient technique. So air conditioning plays a major share in the load. So we have been arrived that the overall energy consumed by the boat during a guest engaged day is around 252 kilowatt hour, 252 units, and the energy cost is for 1,400 rupees. Then for a non-guest engaged day, the consumption is only 9 units, because during guest engaged day, the boat sails. The sailing duration is around 6 hours. That during sailing, only the power available is from a petrol generator set, which is a very inefficient generator required. So we are trying to replace this generator with a renewable energy source. So in a normal running day, this grid power is used when the boat is docked. So the docking duration and sailing duration were studied, and it is shown. Now coming to the annual energy consumption, the annual energy consumed is around 52,076 units, and the specific energy per guest is 31 units per guest, which is pretty high. And the annual energy cost accounts to 2,90,000 rupees, which is accounting to an annual carbon footprint of 13.4 ton, which is very high value. The specific carbon footprint is around 8.38 tons. So these are the breakup of carbon contribution from different fuels. The petrol is used while sailing, and the electricity is used while the boat is docked. During sailing, the petrol is used for running the petrol generator sets. So total is shown here. The 85% of the fuel requirements is met from the petrol, 15% is from the grid electricity. Now we have studied the performance of the generator unit. We have it has got lot of power quality issues. including the frequency mismatch around 57 hertz, THD, flicker, short-time flicker, and the derating factor. So a lot of power quality issues were denoted, and the specific fuel consumption is pretty low. It is 1.42 liters per unit only. It is a very low figure. Normally, the generator is supposed to give around 4 units per unit per liter. So then the efficiency is only 4.22%. It's very low efficiency. Around 20 to 30% should be efficient. Now we have studied the power quality issues. You can see the instantaneous flicker, voltage harmonics are pretty high, and the third harmonics plays the key role in this split in the breakup, and the voltage swell, everything is high. So we have thought of switching to renewable energy. So in the houseboat rooftop, we have placed flexible monocrystalline panels, which are without affecting its aesthetics and beauty, and the total array size is around 6 kilowatt peak. Now the system parameters are shown here. It's a 330 watts peak panel, totally 18 modules are there, and split up to 2 strings. Now this is the architecture of low voltage DC system. We have converted 80% of the loads to LVDC, and the air conditioner, ceiling fan, lights, these all things operate from DC, and these are all DC operated systems. Now some other cooking and other loads, plugging loads we have operating still in AC. So there is a inverter for converting DC to AC, and there is a DC to DC converter which converts the solar energy available to its stores in the battery, and the battery power is converted back to DC 48 volt. The entire system operates in 48 volt, and as I said earlier, 20% of the system is operating in the this system. This is a pump for water pumping, refrigerator, and sockets, and some cooking loads. They operate at 240 volt AC, and it is from an auxiliary inverter. So this is the system which we designed. So this is the deployment of the battery pack. The energy storage plays a very vital role. The energy storage in the form of a battery. It is a 2 into 510Ah battery pack. It is a VRLA based battery pack. It is mounted to the hull of the boat where ambient space is available. So it is scientifically very hurdle was faced during placement of this battery pack and the integration of the system. And this shows the solar charge controller and the battery charger circuits which were deployed for storing charge in the battery unit. So this is the entire system schematic of the system, combining the solar PV modules, the energy storage, the charge controller, the LVDC unit, and the power distribution system. Okay, so post implementation, we have studied the energy performance of the system. So here we can see the docking duration and sailing duration are not changed. So the hourly energy demand got changed. So here the overall energy consumed during a guest engaged day is only 31 units. And the energy cost comes around 36 rupees only. And the non-guest engaged day, it is around 7.2 units only. The energy cost is 0 because it is fully powered from solar. Once the battery is charged, it can give the backup for around two days without power from the grid. So this is a very much good technology. It offsets the energy consumption to almost 87% of the initial case. That is almost carbon neutral. We have almost energy neutral. So the daily energy cost is also reduced to a bare minimum value of 97%. So it is almost a carbon neutral technology. Now the energy performance, if we evaluate it, per guest, it is only 3.9 units consumed per guest. In case of the initially, it was very high, and the annual carbon footprint is only 1.19 tons. So you can see the petrol is switched to solar. The electricity is 19%. The renewable energy plays 81%, and the carbon from petrol is offset and it is converted back to solar. It is the carbon footprint is drastically reduced. Now, when we compare from the initial case, the total annual energy cost, which was around 2,55,000, which is reduced to bare minimum of 7,200 rupees only, which is the specific energy consumption is reduced to from 31.56 to 3.9 per guest. And the annual carbon footprint also reduced to 8.38 from to 0.74, which is almost a carbon neutral technology we can call for. This is the comparison of the initial and the post implemented case. That is the baseline and the post-implementation carbon and energy share. And these are the key milestones achieved during the project. The scalable architecture, it is a scalable architecture. It can be applied to any type of houseboat. It can be 1 BHK, 2 BHK, 3 BHK, and so on. And almost we achieve around 20%, 15 to 20% reduction in load. So this is a very good offset of energy consumption and efficient integration of solar system. And this project is a combination of energy efficiency and renewable energy going hand in hand. And the power quality is also drastically improved, and the reliability of appliances also increased. So concluding the project, with this project, we way forward for the decarbonization of the houseboat tourism, which is the backbone of the tourism industry in Kerala. The backwaters are a blessing in Kerala. So it should be carbon free, and it should be biodiversity should be maintained, and the underwater life should be as it is, the flora and fauna, everything. So this helps to retain the energy security of the state. The clean and affordable energy adaptation complying to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal number 7, and full-fledged decarbonization of the facility with clean energy adaptation. So way forward, we are looking forward to convert a houseboat propulsion system to electric motor powered system, and then only the houseboat will be running on solar and energy efficient techniques. So this is our future scope. So we will be way forward extending this work to that. And this is all from my side, and these are the references. And there are only 4 references here, because it is a very novel technology, and only a few papers and few references are available in the global research system. And these are all the references which these papers were published recently by CDAC. So these are from my side. Thank you for all.